everything is ready. Don't do this to me. Okay, we're going live. All right, right. Show the controls. Make it big. I moved something. Oh, I did move. Why did I move things? I had everything laying out. Why did I do this to myself? Oh, to answer your questions. That's what I did. This is all your fault, Filippo. Okay, so I had everything set up in the right place, and then I moved it to show you this. And I was like, wow, what's going on here? All right, check and roll, 100% attendance. Thank you very much for coming. Leaving the door open. Do we ever prop doors open? No, we don't, but my door is open because we're going to make sure she gets her copy made, right? Right. In the meantime, 100% attendance. Y'all have calculators on your desk? Yep. Okay, we are going to carry on. So I started, that's not focused. We don't need any blurry trick. That's much better. We started yesterday. I jumped up to number 12 because it was pretty namby-pamby. There is a button right there on your calculator that says tangent. Wow, there's a big yellow highlighted note here. Have you checked the mode on your calculator today? Oh, I cleared my calculator yesterday. Y'all, I'd have been giving you some bad answers. I cleared this thing. So I'm going to go down to radians, switch it to degrees, and we are gravy now. Okay, we good?
Oh, mine's already in degrees.
Okay, but you got to check it. You can't trust it. Okay, there's calculator clearers all in this world. Number 6. No, we did number 6. No, I lied. We did number 12. We're going backwards. I avoided number 6 because it looks like this. The cotangent of a 183 degree 48, what is this? 48 what? Minute angle. I feel like we need to be a little bit closer. Maybe she emailed it to me already. It's not there. Okay, I don't know when she's emailing it to me. So I'll just keep my email open. When something pops up, maybe it'll catch my eye and I'll go print it. Okay? Her door shut? Or my door shut. I wonder where she emailed it. Anyway, that's okay. I was there for her though. I'm ready to give her some help, but there ain't nothing there. Okay, so we're just going to push the cotangent button on our calculator. We don't have a cotangent button on our calculator. No, the -1 works backwards. So the -1, you give it a ratio and it goes backwards and it tells you the angle. So that's not going to be the way we do this. Anybody have any thoughts about it when I don't have a cotangent button?
Which comes with like 1 over under.
Yeah, almost. It's candy worthy. First cabinet over there. Go get out the candy. All right. We are going to turn it into the reciprocal, but we have to be careful. Okay, keep going. Down. On your right. Yep. Open. Ta-da! There you go. I feel like the heat is on. And you don't need the heat on.
So it would be like a 360 then?
Okay, what?
Would it be like 360 then?
No. You were on the right track when you said 1 over. Okay? Because we do have a tangent button on our calculator, correct? And what's the connection between tangent and cotangent? They're reciprocals. There are also co-functions, but that's not what we need right now. They are reciprocals. So here's the deal, Lucille, and this is super duper important because walking forward a couple of days, we will be using inverse cotangent to work backwards to find a missing angle. And we get our reciprocal will look different, okay? But here, if I'm looking for the cotangent, I am going to get the reciprocal not of the 180/48, but I'm going to get reciprocal of the whole expression. So I'm going to take that whole cotangent and just move it into the denominator. That's the way you would get the reciprocal of a number that didn't look like a fraction, right? So I'm going to have 1 over the cotangent. Whoa, now that I did it, it's not cotangent anymore, is it? It's tangent. Good thing I got some white out here. So 1 over the tangent of a 183 degree 48 minute angle. Now, couple of ways you can handle that. You could put it in as a fraction. So Filippo, you might want to know this. Look at y'all's calculators, because not every calculator in this room has it. Okay, so eyeballs up here. Did you see where it says alpha? Do you see right next door the XT blah blah blah? Do you see in green right here a little box over a box on your calculator? Okay, so all right, your calculator is a little bit older. Watch what I can do, and then I'm going to tell you how you can get to the same thing. On this calculator, I can say alpha X, and it gives me that. But your calculator is a couple of years older and it doesn't have that. Neither does my calculator at home. So I'm going to scrap that and tell you how you can get to the very same thing. You say alpha, okay, watch me, alpha, y equals, you see the y equals here? And the very first question or option is ND, numerator over denominator. And you see the little boxes? If you hit enter, you got it. Okay, you want me to show you that again, or did you get it? Okay, no. You didn't hit alpha first. Okay, so go second, quit, and get back to the home screen and try it again. Alpha y equals. Then hit enter, and you got the boxes. So you can type your 1 on top, and then you can use these arrow keys to go down. And now what do I need to type? Tangent of, now 183, how do I tell it degrees? Because I have to tell it degrees because I'm about to tell it minutes. Where do I find those degrees? Second apps, number 1, I can just hit enter. And then I'm going to also type what? And where am I going to get the minutes? Same place, second angle, but this time number, whoa, snap, I hit a division sign. I don't even know how that happened. Number 2, enter. And it is a good habit. If the calculator opened a parentheses for an argument, it is a good habit for you to close the parentheses for the argument. And then you hit enter, and it gave me a fraction.
So you do alpha.
Okay. So they want me to be in decimals. All right. I can go back to, no, it's math. Okay. If you want to change that to a decimal, so I'm going to show you a completely different option. These calculators figure if you put something in as a fraction, they think you want it to come out as a fraction. But my directions are decimals up to 7 places. So there's a math button right underneath the alpha. Hope you're memorizing all of this. And under math, you can change things into fractions, or you can go down one and change things into decimals. And then hit enter, and we have our answer. How many decimal places am I going to keep? I am pretty sure there was a black pen in my hand. Oh, I found it. Nobody panic. All right. 15 point. Is that what y'all are getting? Okay. 0557227. All right. Remind me, I want to show you how to go straight to decimal.
Of the United States
of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now the Texas flag. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state under God, one indivisible. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you. You may be seated. Reminder, we do not lock doors open on this campus for any reason ever. If you see a door locked open, please close the door for our safety. And teachers, please take your with you. Is there any, please send the students to the office. Students and seniors,
Y'all
please pay your first
keep
half upon dues. turn money in
A spare
Miss
for
Ayers
each other.
pays out.
I have one in their car.
Grades 6 through 7 can try
In
out
your
for junior high
backpacks.
cheer, and grades 8 through 11 can try out for varsity cheer. Sign up in today. So if you haven't yet, please come to the office
She
to
only
sign
has
up.
one usually.
All students must have a parking pass
Hey,
visible
are
by
y'all listening to
Monday
this stuff?
morning for staff to
Okay,
see.
then watch. Okay,
Junior class,
ignore that.
there will be a meeting on Tuesday, February 4th in Miss Ayers' room during
Right,
the
with me?
office. Please make plans to
Instead
attend.
of going as a
Our
fraction,
high school
you
basketball
could
team
have
will be
said
traveling
it,
to
said
Pass tonight.
1 divided by
Also, our junior
the
high basketball team will be
tangent
hosting
of,
the
what
Pass
was it,
Out
183,
starting at 4:30. Please try your best
second
to come
angle
out and
1,
support the basketball team.
48, second angle 2. You could have given it as a division, and then
This year, BPA will be
it
selling
figures you want a
playgrounds. Orders
decimal.
will be delivered to students' homeroom or advisory area on Valentine's Day.
But they talked
We
about
have
prom.
3
I
options
should
for
get into
your
prom
teddy
boots.
bear.
Oh my gosh.
Option 1 is a small teddy bear with an artificial rose, a small candy bag, and your personalized message for $10. Option 2 is a large stuffed teddy bear with extra candy and your personalized message for $15.
That's the one you
Or
should send to
both
me.
options for $25.
Or both
You can
options.
either fill out a paper form from the school, or you can order online using the electronic form posted on the CISD Facebook page.
La 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 la.
Today is Backward Day and Inspire Your Heart with Art Day. Today's quote of the day: today is a good day for a great day. Thank you. Have a great day.
Hello.
Did she sprint to the office?
Mr. What finger hurts?
Walking around selling Hershey's. I'm getting stars. I don't carry cash on me. That's the only thing that's saving me. Do you think kiss it make it better or what?
No, I need Ross. I need Ross to make it better because he made it hurt.
Okay, let's just do the math. They did a study about 20 years ago in Denmark, and this is for real. And they did this scientific study, and they found that doing math relieves pain. I am there for you, buddy. So let's try it out. Let's do our own little study here. Now, I wrote, okay, so while you were out, I showed that if you did this as a division instead, 1 divided by tangent, the calculator doesn't think you want a fraction, so you can save a few strokes there. Now, are y'all with me? How many of you are thinking ahead of me and you wrote a degree symbol there? Don't put a degree symbol. It's not. It is a, what symbol? Minute. Now, the calculator will not understand that. So you have got to tell it, you got to put a placeholder in for the degrees. You will have to tell it -0 degrees, 15 minutes to get it to work. Okay? So I have a cosine button on my calculator. Oops, hang on. Cosine of, they opened an argument, -0 second angle, enter, 15 second angle 2, close it. I got it, right?
So why do you have to put a negative? That's what I was.
Because the problem is negative.
Oh, I didn't register that.
Okay, so because if you put a positive, it's going to be telling you the cosine of an angle that's up here instead of an angle that's down there. Does my little demo make sense to you? Because I totally could see that in my head. Can y'all see what I'm seeing in my head? I love that about you. And we come up with lots of 9s, right? Okay, so we got 0. How many 9s are you counting? Is it 5 9s? 9 9 9 9 9 0. 1 2 3 4 5 6. And then what am I going to put? Really? Did you put this in your calculator?
Okay.
A 5. Oh, right. Am I right?
I suppose, yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's try out some others. Number 16. 16 is kind of like number 6, but backwards-ish. It gives me 1 over something. You know, so I'm thinking, oh, I'm just going to type 1 divided by, so it gives me a decimal. But when I look downstairs, it gives me a secant, and I don't believe I have a secant button on my calculator. So what can I do? What can I do? Reflip refliprical it. I like that, and I'll never be able to unhear that. We will refliprical it. And what's it going to be? When you refliprical a secant, what does it become? I've got a button for cosine. And I'm kind of excited that I don't have to go find degrees, minutes, seconds here, do I? If there's no minutes or seconds, your calculator knows you're thinking degrees because you already told it that, right? So easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I hit cosine 14.8, close my parentheses because it's a good idea, hit enter, and what you coming up with, kids?
0.96682.
Whoa, hang on. I got to stuff another 6 in there. 8, 2. Okay, I'm with you now.
3, 4.
3, 4.
3, 4.
Oh, that guy was talking about 3, 3.
Who said that? Okay. All right. Let's try some others. Now, you could totally type what you see in this one, but we know stuff and we could make an easier version of what we type in. This problem comes to us as a fraction, but there's not a 1 on it. It has the sine of a 33-degree angle on top, and it has the cosine of the exact same 33-degree angle on bottom. You can type that. You can do that.
Literally.
But sine over cosine makes what? So you could just write the tangent of 33, and I think that's a whole lot easier, huh? So use your identities. This is the quotient identity. Remember when we were doing sine, cosine, I said just grab the top of the sine, grab the top of the cosine, and make your fraction? There you go. All right, so the tangent of 33, what you gonna write down? And by the way, notice sometimes I put 0 point, sometimes I don't put a 0. I don't care.
0.649.
But don't make a comma.
0.6.
Okay. 0.649407 Okay. All right. One more of these. Now, they've given us something that's just going to look kind of weird because they're really hoping we recognize, oh, that's a thing, like sine over cosine, that's tangent. They're giving us a thing, and I'm going to see if maybe you recognize what is the same as that, okay? So here's what they give me. The cosine of, and they put a binomial inside of here. They say 90 degrees minus 3.69 degrees. Now, why the heck do you think they went there? Where have we recently seen something that looked like the cosine of 90 minus an angle? That looks very much like this guy, doesn't it? Well, yeah, we don't have to find the sine of 90 minus 3.69, right? This is the complement. And so the co-function works with complements, right? So the co-function for cosine is sine, but we only use the 3.69. We don't subtract it. If you're going to go to the trouble of subtracting it, get the cosine of that number. All right? So you see what they were kind of trying to get you to think about? Now, you totally could have typed exactly that in. Well, why? Okay, now, what are we going to write?
0.0643581.
Okay, that's way too fast for me. 0.0643581, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that 1 is followed by 3, so we can leave it. Did you round that one up?
No, wait, did you?
Okay, you know, every rounding error is -1.
No,
So
it
50.
wasn't a rounding error. I was trying to make her mess up.
Oh, so she would make a mistake and you'd feel better about yours.
No, I already have her done that.
Okay. All right. Moving right along to the next set of problems where the working backwards is going to come in. So your inverses are going to be used. So that batch of problems goes from 23 through 31. Okay. And we are going to be working backwards. The book instructions do not say working backwards. So you're welcome to read what the instructions say, but you'll notice in the problems, we need to go backwards. They are going to give me an answer and they want me to come up with the angle that theta was. Okay. I'm missing the angle. All right. To work backwards, we will need to do inverse functions. All right. And also the directions here. It's so random, people. It's so random. How many decimal places do they want me to round to up here? Well, here they want me to go to 6 places. Okay. Rounding. I don't know. But that means you better be watching the directions, folks. Okay, because if you don't round to the correct place correctly, rounding errors cost you 1.8. Those puppies could add up. He'd have lost. He'd be making 97 just for rounding errors. All right, so here's the first one we're going to look at, number 24. And what they give me is the tangent of, I don't know the angle. It's a mystery. What can I call a mystery angle? What variable? Perchance, we shall use theta. The tangent of theta spits out this answer, 6.4358841. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They did give me 7 places to start with. Okay. Now, I want to go backwards. I want the inverse of tangent. Now, I am on this one problem. I am going to show you the algebra scratch work that I'm doing, but I don't usually bother to write this step, okay? So we know that multiplying and dividing are inverses of each other. So if you had to multiply to unmultiply, you divide, right? If you had to get rid of something that's added, what would you do? You would subtract on both sides, right? If you want to untangent something, and I really didn't leave myself much room for this, so I'm kind of sorry about that. Actually, I'm just going to scooch this 24 over a little bit. So I do have a little room. What I'm going to do is inverse tangent this side. Tangent and inverse tangent are inverses of each other and cancel out. And what will be free at that point? So that would cancel out and theta would be free. But can I just pull something like inverse tangent out of the air and do it on one side only? So I need to inverse tangent the other side. Now, I don't have a ton of room to squish it in here. So I am going to wrap this side in parentheses, right? Inverse tangent behind it. And I think that's about the last time that you're going to see me actually wrap it in parentheses and show it. I just wanted you to see the algebra process we're actually going through. So to get theta alone, what I will type into my calculator is the inverse tangent of 6 point, I don't even know my own handwriting. Is that a 9 or a 4? It's a 4. It's a very clear 4 over here. Shame on me. 4, 3, 5, 8, 8, 4, 1. That's what I'm going to type in my calculator. Okay. So to Filippo, on the tangent button, inverse is right button. You got it? Okay. So second inverse tangent of 6.4358841. Why do I feel like I'm missing stuff? I think I got it. Does that look like what y'all are getting? Okay. Now, what have I found? Theta, which is an, all right. So, and how many places do I want? So 81.16 8073 degrees. You will lose 1 point if you don't put the degrees. All right? So, teenagers, we have to stop this video. I need you to start getting yourself real familiar with the 2.3. You've got, I don't even know where my 2.3 notes went. Oh, I closed them up. 2.3, you're going to have a cat homework on it. We have a few more problems of this calculator stuff to play with, and then a few word problems that look super intimidating. And they're really easy and friendly. So right now, put up all your stuff, and I have a quiz for you. Look at me. You can use the calculator for little bitty stuff, like if you need to get the complement of an angle, you can use the calculator to get that. But don't go giving me funky decimal answers because you calculated something that I'm looking for an exact answer, okay? Well, all right? So do not type the sign of 30, those top 4 problems, do not type those in the calculator and give me decimal answers. You use your knowledge of the unit circle to work for the exact answers here, okay? Down here though, you may need to add or subtract some 360s. You can use a calculator for that. And at the very bottom, figure out where that could happen. Did I ever stop my video?